Hey everybody, how are ya? I know it's a little bit late on the East Coast, but we got close to 3 weeks left to Pesach. So, would love to get a sense of where everyone's going. And if you're still looking, we're going to be doing a Instagram live right now with someone who actually attended the program. So we're actually not going to be doing with a program operator like we usually do, but we're going to be asking some questions about someone who attended a program in, 2 weeks. Thank you. Not 3 weeks, actually 2 weeks. It's crazy how time flies. 2 weeks to Pesach. So we are going to do an interview with someone who has attended a program and get a little bit of her feedback and advice. And this program that we're going to be looking into is going to be a local one in New Jersey, in Atlantic City, New Jersey, by RA Hospitality. So hang tight on the call here. Hold on a second. There we go.
Hey.
Hey guys.
Hey.
We did it. How are you guys? Good to meet you.
Good to meet you too. How are you?
Very good. So we have Batya and
Benjamin.
Benjamin. Okay. From where are you guys from?
We're currently in Brooklyn.
Okay. Brooklyn, New York. Love it. Very good. And so, we're going to do something. Most of the time when we kind of get on these things, we talk about different programs or we interview some program operators. Tonight, guys, we're actually going to interview someone, Batya and Benjamin, who've attended a program. And we're going to talk about RA Hospitality in Atlantic City, New Jersey. So I heard you joined this program in the past. So when did you guys join the program or attend the program? How long ago?
Yeah, so we joined last year. It was also a Pesach one.
Okay.
It was in a different hotel. It was in a different one in Jersey. And
it was awesome.
It was awesome.
Okay. So, the viewers that are jumping in, tell us about the program, right? Tell us the honest feedback.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about let's go around the price, the food, the entertainment, right? What everyone really wants to know.
Yeah, sure. Okay, you want to start? So we were there for the first days and I think one day of Chol Hamoed. So we weren't there for the entire time, but when we were there, we kind of felt like, oh my gosh, why are we leaving? Because there was so much else going on. It was just, it was so cool.
So I've never been on a Pesach program before.
This is first time.
It was my first time.
Oh, wow.
And it just blew my mind. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
I have to say, first and foremost, the food. I've just never seen that amount of food, the spread, and how good it was. It was really good quality food. And it was just on Yom Tov there was a kiddush, and I was with her dad, and we had a delicious kiddush. I'm like, okay, let's go take a nap or something. He's like, we have to go to lunch. I'm like, lunch? We just had kiddush, and we went to lunch. And
yeah.
What was
awesome.
What was your favorite piece of food on the program? Was it the meat?
So was it the tea room? Okay, so I'll say mine first because I've been thinking about it and dreaming about it for legitimately 1 year.
Okay.
Almost a year. So I wonder if you know what I'm going to say. Okay, there was a chalent. Oh my God. It was the best chalent I've ever had. And I literally think about it till now. It was just this delicious, gooey, potatoes and meat. And it was, obviously it was for Pesach. So it wasn't all the other ingredients, but even just the potatoes and the meat and the sauce.
Yeah, it was like even like a soup. We weren't even at a debate. Like, is this a potato chillin' soup or is it a chillin'?
Wow.
It was.
But we took maybe like seven
We got
portions.
a second round.
Yeah, we just took as much as we could. We literally hogged it. Do you remember? We like it came in these little like white. I literally can like describe exactly.
She's been talking about
it. I love how you guys remember the dish. That's unbelievable. I mean, obviously, if you guys remember how amazing the food is and the specifics, that means, of course, you guys had a wonderful time. Yeah. So the food, amazing, right? What about the crowd? Like, what is this? So we're talking, for those who are jumping on, this is REA Hospitality. They're going to be in Atlantic City, New Jersey this year. They were in a different destination last year with you. You guys attended their program last year in a different destination. Yeah, talk about the crowd. What was the crowd like? Was it, modern? Was it a bit to the right? What was it like?
Yeah. So you want to take this one? I took the food question. You can take the hard questions.
You know the crowd's better than I do, but it was a great mix in my opinion. We actually come from like some similar but different backgrounds also, but we felt comfortable with everyone. We made a lot of friends. We still talk to some of the people that we met on the Pesach program, so it was really great. You want to expand?
Yeah. So I definitely would say, since the standards are very strict in terms of like kashrus and, different types of shuls and speakers and all of that, there definitely was, a lot of, more of like a religious from kite to the program. It was very like, very spirited, and it wasn't like one of those types of programs that I've been to programs my whole life. So he said it's his first time. I've gone since I was, why is the TV on? Benjamin, he's watching sports. Can you turn it off?
Well, of course.
Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize about that. Turn it off.
Okay. That's okay.
I literally asked
That's okay.
5 times.
That's what guys do.
It's a guy thing.
No,
it's
not.
not.
I would never understand it. Like, absolutely not. Anyway.
Yeah. Thanks. No, this is great. So
thanks to that person.
You've been going. First time for him. You've been going away
first time for
years.
him. For me, it's like my 29th time. Like literally, like I've been to programs my entire life. So I've seen everything. Like we went to like gateways types, which were like more to the whatever. We've been to everything. So it definitely wasn't like the types of programs that I went to where everyone is like in bathing suits and bikinis all day. It wasn't like that at all. It was more like you felt like, okay, this is like a holiday. Right. It's like a holy time, singing and shul and things like that, which I personally love. I don't go on vacation for a Pesach to like feel like totally not anywhere religious at all, because we can get that like any day of the week. So definitely not what it felt like, but at the same time, the crowd was like extremely mixed and people from all different types of levels and backgrounds. And we're more on the modern side, and we made friends, and like you said,
that's great. Oh, so it was a mixed crowd. You would say, right? You had some from some crowd. Modern, great. And so you said you've been away for 29 years on different Pesach programs.
Yep.
Right. I'm just curious, without naming names and kind of comparing specifics, but like, how does REA Hospitality, this program you went on last year, differ from, like, what makes it stand out? Were there anything like specific that like, oh my God, this is amazing?
Sure. So I'll tell you, like, from somebody who's been to like basically all the programs at this point, because we literally went away every single year. We didn't, ever make a Pesach at home from when I was a child. We did 1 year, which we can talk about, which was actually funny. You know this story. Okay, so I'll tell you why this one was different. You didn't feel like it was this huge type of program with like thousands of people, and you get lost in it, and you're not like really, there's no, it's not like you, like this one kind of felt more warm and like kind of more intimate, but at the same time, it wasn't like those intimate type of ones that you go to, which I've been to, where there's like a shortage of food and a shortage of this, and you have to wait a million years. And I was at one a couple of years ago with my parents and my aunts and everyone, and we had a private room, a dining room, like just for us. And literally, like, it took like 5 hours to like get food or like get anyone's attention. I've been to really bad ones, I've been to really good ones, I've been to everything in between.
Right.
But I like that this one still felt intimate, and like you got to know all the staff, and you got to know the environment really well, and you felt like you were like part of like something special and unique and like very like homey type. But at the same time, it was very well organized and like structured and run. We never had to wait for anything. There was always plenty of everything.
That's always good,
like
because
zoo.
you always hear about, some that you gotta wait on these long buffet lines.
I waited on those lines. Hi, me.
Okay. Right.
Me.
Right. No, that's great. So that's a really good, I think, differentiator and a good little, nugget for people. Here's an important question I always get asked by people, and I obviously got to be honest here. And the reason why I'm asking is because the last thing parents want to do on Yom Tov is to have kids like, look, you want to go with your parents, you want to have, you're going to have your kids, but you don't want to have the kids all the time. You want to be a little bit free. So I don't know if you guys have kids, but how is the day camp? Do you guys see the kids really enjoy it? Talk about maybe just like the day camp and things of that nature.
Yeah. So we didn't bring any kids last year. We didn't have kids then. But from what we saw, from what we know, from what we've just seen in the program, it looked like the kids had activities all day. And yeah, it was great. It was very well structured. I think they had a camp director who worked in actual real day camps. Who was amazing at scheduling and everything seemed to be really good. It didn't seem like a lot of screaming kids all the time. It seemed very.
Yeah, we definitely saw kids go by in groups. I think they were with their counselor, and it looked like they were having a good time and they were excited, and it looks like they had a great time.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Yeah, I think
perfect.
So the programming is really good on that front. And one thing that we saw was even the kids were very much participating in the program. There were always these shows for the kids. And remember we went to the singer and there were a bunch of and it was everyone together at that point, kids and adults, and everyone was singing.
Oh, nice.
And it was great. And there was always little cute activities for kids that even we did there was that ice cream truck that they brought with all the they really I think made an effort. Obviously we didn't join the day camp, but from what we saw it looked really nice.
Nice.
And parents looked chill and not super.
Yeah, when she had her makeup class, lots of the women came and they didn't have to worry because their kids were in the camp.
Good.
Right,
so they got to come and do their have a baller class, if I may say, and enjoy.
Right. No, that's awesome. Yeah, you kind of talked about the programming entertainment last year. I'm curious what it was. I know this year they're going to have obviously they'll have children's entertainment with balloons, balloon man, clowns, magic. They have kumzisses and concerts and cigar rolling for the men or the women. Wine tasting and things that hypnotists. Is it kind of the same thing that you guys were experienced last year as well?
So we weren't there for all of Holomoed last year, but from when we were there, it was there were so many things on the schedule that we couldn't even do all of them. It was really awesome. There was a lot of variety, a lot of options.
Your mom was so excited. She was looking at the schedule like, oh, I'm going to go do this. And then I can do that later.
Oh, that's so fun.
Very excited.
Nice.
Nice. That hard.
How, this is an interesting question because obviously a lot of people, that go away, programs are expensive.
Yeah.
Right. And price is something. How did you feel the price was compared to the value that you got from the program?
You want to go first?
I mean, what we got was just incredible. So, I definitely didn't come away feeling oh, we spent this and got this, It wasn't even a thought. I don't think we even talked about it the entire time we were there, which is great because you're not worried. You're just having a good time. It's not something that you're going to think about months after or weeks after or during. Yeah. It was so reasonable and just what we got, the experience we got. I mean, I know it was my first program and she's the experienced one, but I was just this happens? People do this stuff? It was
and now he's hooked. Now he's
Yeah.
going to be going.
I feel
For the
like it's
food
one of those
alone.
things
Yeah.
where, is it one of those things, guys? I mean, you've been going for 29 years, so, but is it one of those things where you go once and then you can't, you got to go every year now? Like, do you really want to cook and clean? I mean, there's always a nice thing maybe staying home, you know, but you're going away. Yeah, there's a lot of benefits, right? You don't have to cook, you don't have to
Yeah.
clean, you don't have to worry, everything's taken care of for you. You
So
kind of have
I'll
that
just
like,
say, like, I was going since I was a kid,
yeah,
so I just have so many good times and memories, like from going away, and we talk about them all the time. Like, it's become like our bonding thing, like with the family. So, and he even knows all the stories now about like when we were kids and we used to go to programs all over the world and experience, and like we laugh about the good times and the bad times and the programs that are good, and you know. But like, yeah, I just think it's a great space to like really bond with the family. And that's for me what it was always about. I mean, obviously the food and everything is great, but I think it's just like what you walk away with is the
yeah,
family time. And like, you can always go away on a vacation with a couple or whatever, but like when you go as a group with like your grandparents and your aunts and your you know, like that's what really makes it much more meaningful to me.
yeah,
So that's the highlight that like obviously you take away from every experience that's like that. And always, you know, whenever you go to a program that's like, you know, intimate and more kind of, you know, geared to pleasing like the people, and it's not just like thousands of people where people get lost, and it's not pressurized, and you know,
yeah,
that's when you feel like you, like, in my opinion, like you can make the most out of it.
yeah,
You
for
really
sure.
enjoy it. So
For sure.
yeah, even like with price wise and things like that, like when you have such a great intimate like time with the like, you know, with people that you love and genuinely care about, like that's what I mean, in my opinion, everyone has different idea, but to me that's like that's where I want to spend my money, you know.
Right.
Like that's where that's what's gonna like make a difference in 20 and 30, 40 years of what I remember, because I have
Awesome.
that now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we still have a lot of jokes from last year that we
Yeah,
talked about.
exactly. You know, that's
Any
like there's no price tag
jokes?
on that.
Any jokes or stories that you want to share? That's like super.
Oh, well, we had a really funny one
Which one are you thinking? I got a bunch.
of the first night of
Yeah,
Seder.
Seder was legendary.
Seder was great.
We had some really good wines. They had great wines there. So
we were on a very good mood.
Nice.
Yeah, and you know, we watched some. Me and her mom watched some of the same TV, so we kind of got into character when we were at the Seder. And,
oh, nice! I like that.
It was really fun.
That.
It was
That's
just
awesome.
a good time. Like, so that's what I mean. Like, if my mom would have been like running around and cooking and preparing and cleaning and serving, she wouldn't have like gotten drunk, and we wouldn't have been laughing for 3 hours. You know? It's like not the vibe.
Exactly.
It
and her dad was dancing like crazy at the concert.
Yeah.
Like he is, you know, a little bit older, but he really was dancing.
He was
and got
raving.
into it.
He was into
Wow.
it.
And it's because again, he had a relaxing, beautiful yontif. So, you know, after yontif, he just went all out dancing.
Oh my gosh.
So those are the kind of things that like for me make it a worth it investment to spend on these kinds of programs, because if everyone's in a good mood, if no one is stressed out, if people aren't, you know, because when you're home, you're like cooking and cleaning and looking after everyone and shopping, and you can make it a beautiful experience, but like people aren't as just thinking about each other and catching up and you know, feeling the
Well, it's funny because just hearing your stories and kind of looking, like seeing how you guys talk about it and about the program, about your experience last year, you could tell that it's memorable for you, and like, you know, you really, really, truly enjoyed it, which is really what, of course, you know, they wanted to do. REA Hospitality wanted to do, and all these programs, frankly, want to do. So I fully agree with you. I know it's late on your guys' side, so I just wanted to thank you guys for jumping on and talking about your experience at REA Hospitality. Again, for those joining, and you guys want to also tell your experience or share your feedback on various programs, please feel free to reach out to Passover Listings. And this was a really nice conversation about REA Hospitality. They're going to be in Atlantic City, New Jersey for the first year this year at the Claridge Hotel, 24-hour tea room, as they mentioned, wonderful food and entertainment, and a really beautiful time with friends and family. So check them out. You can check them out at PassoverListings.com. You can also check them out at reahospitality.com, or you can give them a call at 929-441-1690. So again, Batya, Benjamin, thank you guys so much. It was a pleasure.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful, and enjoy your Pesach this year.
And
we'll
you enjoy yours too. I hope that you come and join us.
Thanks.
Everyone who's there, come say what's up.
Absolutely.
Yeah, guys.
Absolutely.
Come and have a drink.
I will join your Seder. That would be great.
We have really fun.
Come like in the middle.
Sounds like
That's the best time when,
Yeah. Like after cup two.
Cup two.
Yeah.
We're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love it. Sounds good, guys. Well, thank you. Have a great night. We'll talk soon. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.